My name is Joe Pagic. I'm a muralist here in Tucson, and I was hanging out over the weekend, and I'm kind of a news junkie, so I was watching a whole bunch of news, and I was just getting more and more upset about it, and felt like I really needed to break my rule of not doing any political involvement with my art, and get out and get involved with it. So, over the next couple days, the project evolved into what it is now, just from talking to people and kind of figuring out what would be best for the community, which is just helping Black artists get their art out onto some of these prominent walls, and that's kind of where we're at now. So I'm facilitating in any way I can, and they're doing all the designs and kind of directing the volunteers, and then I'm just here to help them out and make things go smoothly. So it's been really rewarding, actually. Really enjoyed it. Good.
Joe reached out, and we were all for letting people express themselves. We live in a moment where that's really important to do, and we feel honored that we got such beautiful expressions put on this what was just very boring white wall.
Okay.
My name is Tara Wolf. I'm an artist and muralist living here in Tucson, and I received a message from Joe. What was it, like day before yesterday?
Yeah.
Day before yesterday. Quickest mural turnaround of my life. And asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and I said absolutely, because this is an incredible pivotal moment in our country's history.
He crying.
Please, I can't breathe. Please, man. Please, man.
Well, okay, let's back up 50 years.
When we marched with
We marched with Martin Luther King 50 years ago for the exact same cause.
Thank you.
Now, the thing that amazes us is that 50 years have gone by and nothing has friggin' changed.
I remember my white stepfather laying on the floor of the back seat of the car, and us putting blankets over him and putting our little girl's feet over him to camouflage and hide him when my black mother drove through. Because we knew that we would be killed. Not that we would simply get arrested, but that we would be killed. And we knew this as children. So this is what I grew up with, knowing that my life was always forfeit.
Originally, I wanted to volunteer to assist the other artists, and this particular quote came to mind. I contacted Joe and said I'd like to see if you'd be interested in incorporating it into one of the murals, and it turned out I gave me my own wall. I think this is a time for change. Going back in history in America from the 60s, 70s, and moving forward, civil rights movement, we've seen some change. I think that in recent years, we've kind of gone a little backwards, but I think this point in time right now is paramount. And I think it's a real time for change. I think everyone is, as we say, woke now. The incident with George Floyd, just seeing such a horrific, egregious, how can I say this, crushing of humanity, really struck a chord in the hearts of people, not just here in America, but all over the world. And yes, I do think we will see change going forward.
I think that it's been building up for decades, and people are finally joining in just like they did in the 70s. And I feel like there's a change coming this time, hopefully.
My name is Rob. I am responsible for the efforts to put up the mural down at the Rialto Theater. I did the mural because I felt it was a way to get my voice out with a positive message in a time when we're having a little bit of trouble amongst everybody. Black people in particular, but this is all of our problems. Black Lives Matter is not just a Black person's problem. This is all of ours to deal with. And I wanted to do the mural to give something to my community that was positive, to show beauty and ultimately the togetherness that we should have.